boys went with the wind. Okay, perfect. Talk good and clear now. Loud. No. No mumbling. Yes, you're very welcome over here to O'Connor Park in Tullamore, and what one can only describe as dreadful conditions for a county final or a game of football. But that won't matter to both the teams from Tullamore and Road, and it's the Road down on the right hand side and Tullamore on our left hand side. Road going for title number 30, Tullamore trying to close the gap, and I'm going for title number 28. Of course, Road with 6 titles from 2010 to 2020, and of course Alan McNamee trying to set a record on titles here this evening. Road will be the formidable favourites, but conditions, as we said, very, very tricky. The wind is blowing into the Cap and Cur end here in O'Connor Park and Tullamore. I'm joined in the commentary position by former Clara and Offaly footballer John Reynolds. John Reynolds, conditions are dreadful for a game of football, but it's the same for both sides.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. The wind has died down a little bit, which hopefully it does stay down, and it will make for easier playing conditions. Whatever about rain, heavy breeze is very tough for both teams to work with.
So the Road team who are out there, Kenny Gary's in the goal, the full back line, James McPadden, Jake Kavanagh and Brian Darby. Half back line, Gareth McNamee, Owen Rigney and Niall Darby, who captains the side. Middle of the field is Dylan Kavanagh and Conor McNamee. Half forward line, Kieran Heavey, Rory McNamee and Stephen Hannon. Full forward line, Anton Sullivan, Niall McNamee and Aaron Keelan, who collected a Leinster medal with the college in Rochford Bridge this year. So a new player onto that Road team. The Tullamore team, who survived some very serious scares in their group stages, have regrouped and dethroned county champions for Ban in the semi-final. They line out as follows. In goal is Sean Martin. Full back line, Kieran Burns, Captain Paul McConway and Patrick Rebillard. Half back line, Kevin O'Brien, Declan Hogan, Oisin Keenan Martin. Middle of the field, Kieran Egan and Aaron Levy. Half forward line, Niall Bracken, Michael Brazel and Luke Plunkett. And the full forward line, Peter Fox, Captain Johnny Maloney and Luke Egan, as we pause for a round of Ving. More than 200 in the terrace. So there's our Ron Naveen, and we're ready to get going here for the 2020 county final in what has been a turbulent year, not alone for the supporters and spectators of Offaly, but for all the players as well. A turbulent few weeks and months to have, but thankfully it's county final day here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore, and we're ready to get going here. Big game for our match referee, his first county final, Marius Stones from Clara, as we'll tell you who looks like Tullamore will be playing with this breeze in the opening half. They will be playing from right to left, but as we saw in the first game here today, it was the men from Durra who the breeze didn't affect, as Alan McNamee will be starting. That is the late change. Alan McNamee starting, and Stephen Hannon is being replaced. So a little bit strange of a move, John Reynolds, before the game, because maybe with that breeze, Road would like Alan McNamee coming on maybe in the second half.
Yeah, maybe so, but it went to the decision to start him there now, and he's done all the warm-up, so he's ready to go. Up first ball's in.
So the ball is in and the game is on. Offaly County Final, the Tullamore Court Senior Football Championship Final for 2020 is underway here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore, as that first free is given away by Aaron Levy. A legal tackle there on Dylan Kavanagh, the midfielder for Road, as Alan McNamee takes that quick free down towards the roadman, and away comes Alan McNamee again, gets that return pass out towards Garrett McNamee. He's a man on his outside. It looks like the midfielder Conor McNamee trying to break across. As we said, Road playing into that breeze in the first half. It's going more so into the corner as Michael Brazel puts pressure there on Alan McNamee, slips and slides, and the ball is out that far side of the field. Here's the centre half forward for Road, who is Rory McNamee. Rory McNamee is dispossessed there by the Tullamore men, and away comes Declan Hogan. Hogan's looking for options outside. Two Road men again, two in that full back line. A corner back, Kieran Burns lays that back towards centre half back Declan Hogan. Tullamore will build from the back. Nearly 1 minute gone in the opening half, no score yet, as Tullamore press down this side of the field. This is the wing back, Usheen Keenan Martin. Slays that ball out towards Aaron Levy. Ball going inside. When these teams met in the group stages, it was Road victorious that night by 6 points, as that ball is down towards the full forward line. Race on there with Paul McPadden, or James McPadden I should say. Tackled there by Peter Fox. Good work there by McPadden, and he wins his ball, and a free out for Road. Quickly taken by Niall Darby into the hands of Kieran Heavey, right half forward today for the Roadmen. Out towards the midfielder Dylan Kavanagh, slips that ball back towards the midfielder Conor McNamee, and away comes Conor McNamee. The big news is that Alan McNamee has started this game today for Road in place of Stephen Hannon, as Road build from the back once again. This is the wing back, Garrett McNamee. Garrett McNamee being challenged, lays that ball back towards the full back Owen Rigney. Jake Kavanagh, long ball in there now. Race on with Niall McNamee, being marked there today by Paul McComb. Lovely ball by McNamee down towards Aaron Keelan. Can we have the opening score of the game? Aaron Keelan bounces that ball in the wet ground, and not really a good thing to do, as Michael Brazel goes back and clears these lines for the men from Tullamore, and away come the Tullamore men. Michael Brazel, we're number 11, playing a little bit deep, gives it back towards Declan Hogan. Paul McComb mops up that ball and slings that ball, and away come the Tullamore men. Again, we can see that last ball that was being hopped there by Aaron Keelan. Conditions is the ball is not going to come back up because it's raining since 11 o'clock this morning. Pitch is gone a little bit soft, even though it was in perfect condition before the Senior B game. It's just showing signs of cutting up at the moment, as away come the Tullamore man. This is Kevin O'Brien, slips that ball out the far side of the field towards Mickey Brazel. Brazel has a 3 Road men on him, outside to Luke Plunkett. Tullamore with some young fantastic footballers in view, Kieran Egan, Luke Egan and Luke Plunkett in particular, 3 young brigade. And here's another one on the attack again. This is the midfielder Kieran Egan, but he's dispossessed by the Roadmen, and away come the Roadmen midfielder, who is Conor McNamee. Slips it outside towards Alan McNamee, going for his record 12th title here today in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Lovely ball by Kieran Heavey. Road are keeping ball far side of the pitch. 3 minutes gone in the opening half, no score as of yet, as Kieran Heavey tries to set up an attack for the Roadmen, out towards Conor McNamee. Conor McNamee being tackled well there by the wing back, who is Wishing Keenan Martin. That's great play by the wing back, and Tullamore have turned over that ball. Slips that ball inside towards Johnny Maloney. Lovely ball inside towards the wing forward, who is Luke Plunkett. Kicked by Luke Plunkett, but that's gone out to the right hand side, and it's gone wide. John Reynolds, 3.5 minutes gone, no score yet. It's really going to be cat and mouse for long periods.
Yeah, both teams feeling each other out here, sunning each other out. Peter Fox that time with his shot, a poor attempt, but Tullamore turning Road over. They've turned him over 3 or 4 times here, and they look to be setting about their task the right way.
So over 3, nearly 4 minutes gone in the opening half, and this will be a kick out for Ken Gary in the Road goal. As we said, Road playing into that breeze in the opening half. It's probably swirling round at stages, but it's very, very difficult conditions for a game of football. Wind and rain. as Ken Garry places the ball on the 20-metre line, kicks that ball the far side. It hangs up in the wind. Well taken there by Alan McNamee, who takes the mark. As we said, that's the big news. Alan McNamee has started that game. Lovely ball on the outside of his boot towards this side of the field, towards Niall Darby, captain of Road. Now he sets off an attack. Long ball down there towards Aaron Keelan. He's been given 20 yards of space by his marker, who is Kieran Burns, kicked by Aaron Keelan. But that's going to the left-hand side. Will it even go out? It does indeed. Gone out to the left-hand side and gone wide. And you can see that breeze, John Reynolds, is blowing into the stand side. We're on the terrace side here for the viewers, but it's blown straight across into the stand side.
Yeah, it seems to be doing that at the moment, but it's swirling, going all directions. Aaron Keelan there with a bit of a snapshot.
So a quick kick out there by Sean Martin, straight into the hands of Kevin O'Brien, and away come the Tullamore men. 5 minutes gone in the opening half of this Tullamore Court Senior Football Championship final of 2020. No score as of yet, as Michael Brazel breaks away from that tackle, and away come the Tullamore men. Leaves that ball into Johnny Maloney, who grabbed Tullamore by the scruff of the neck to drag them into the final, in the semi-final again for Ban. Maloney is there, being tackled there by full-back Jake Kavanagh. They're going to have a break. Great work by Maloney, cutting in along the end line, but he's over carried the ball. Has he no? Road have get back in numbers and they've overturned Maloney. That's fantastic defending by the men from Road. Darby slips it outside towards Dylan Kavanagh, and away come the Roadmen. Again, Tullamore though have put in some great hits, and they've turned over the ball this time 35 metres out from the goal. Here's Declan Hogan on the outside of the boot. Can we have the opening score of the game? I think it's gone to the right hand side, and it's gone wide number 2 for the men from Tullamore. So we've nearly played 6 minutes in this opening half, in this very, very tricky conditions in this Offaly Senior Football Championship. No score as of yet. 6 minutes gone. Ken Garry will place this ball on the 20-metre line. Johnny Maloney being picked up by Jake Kavanagh. We'll give you some of the matchup. Michael Brazel looks to be centre half forward. He's been picked up by Owen Rigney. And middle of the field then Alan McNamee is started that game. As we said, that's the only change on the Road team. They're playing again this breeze in the first half. Ball out the far side of the field. This is James McPadden being tackled by Tullamore men. Tullamore are saying that ball was be picked off the ground, but the linesman the far side of the field as saying, but the referee has overchanged it. It's a free in for Tullamore, just an infraction off the ball. We're not sure what it is. The Tullamore side were adamant it was their free, and there's free the far side of the pitch. Stand side in O'Connor Park. Who's going to take it for the Tullamore? Lovely ball back towards Aaron Levy. They're going to build from the back again. It's 2 again 3. If you look to the left hand side, Niall Darby playing in the edge of the D as that sweeper for the Roadmen. As here comes the Tullamore men. Kevin O'Brien tries to go by his man, leaves it outside towards left foot kick. There's a great score. If it's gone over, it is indeed. What a fantastic score there. I think it's come from the boot of Nigel Bracken, and that's the opening score of the game. John Reynolds, that's a great score in conditions that difficult.
Absolutely fabulous score off his left foot as well, all of 45 yards out, nearly well over on the sideline. Great score from Nigel.
So 1 point for Tullamore, no score for Rhodes. 7 minutes gone in the opening half here in O'Connor Park and Tullamore. Quick kick out by Ken Garry, straight into the hands of the cornerback, who is Brian Darby. Lays it outside towards Kieran Heavey. He went for the return, but he leaves it into the hands of Dylan Kavanagh, the midfielder for Rhodes. Slips that ball back now towards Niall Darby. 2 Derby men combining down this side of the field. Niall Darby, long ball down now, race on here for Niall McNamee. He's time and space. Paul McComba floats a lovely little ball in towards Aaron Keelan. Keelan has a turns on his right, but again he's well blocked down there by the Tullamore cornerback, who is Kieran Burns. Aaron Keelan in front, but Burns is giving him that little space and forcing him to shoot from difficult angles again that breeze. As away come the Tullamore men. Declan Hogan, centre half back, gathers that ball for the Tullamore men, looking for options. Who's available from Para Billiard seems to be one of them, but no pressure on the Tullamore man, and he's going to have to get back, and he's overturned there, and here come the Roadmen. Dylan Kavanagh lays it in towards Anton Sullivan. Sullivan on his left. The sides could be on level terms. Dangerous ball in, but it's just gone to the right hand side, and it's gone wide, and it was lucky there for Tullamore. John Reynolds. Declan Hogan carried that ball into a tackle, and it should have been a score for Road.
Yeah, it should indeed. Anton snapped it with his left foot. Interesting tactic what Tullamore are at. They seem to be letting Paul McConway there, seems to be letting Niall McNamee win the ball out in front, and Aaron Keelan's getting the ball out in front, and they're just pressurising them then.
Quick kick out again by the Tullamore men, but there's a foul the far side of the field. Foul on Para Billiard, and Tullamore will take that quick free towards Paul McConway. 1 point for Tullamore, no score yet for Road. Nearly 9 minutes gone in the opening half. Long ball by Paul McConway down towards Peter Fox, well beaten there by James McPadden, who has got the better of that duo so far. And now comes Dylan Garrett, Conor McNamee. Conor McNamee, long ball in, but straight into the hands of the Tullamore man. who seems to be a little bit nervous there, does Kieran Byrne so far in this opening half, but he gathers that ball, gives it back to the stalwart and captain of Tullamore, Paul McCombie, lays that ball outside towards Aaron Levy. Levy breaks away from the tackle, gives it towards Kevin O'Brien. O'Brien has a man on his outside, playing advantage of the referee, says, but and here comes the Tullamore men, and a lovely ball by Para Billiard out towards the wing, the midfielder who's Aaron Levy. Levy gives it inside towards Mickey Brazel. Brazel has options inside. They're going to go along there on, here's young Kieran Egan, slips the ball this side of the field to Oisín Keenan Martin. Road are letting Tullamore have the ball around the middle of the field as Keenan Martin has this ball, slips it back towards Kieran Egan. Not much ball going into this full forward line as yet. Patient build up from Tullamore. They lead at the moment by 1 point to no score. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the opening half, and conditions are absolutely dreadful as Aaron Levy goes to pull the trigger. It looks to be a great shot from here, and it is. It's over the bar. What a fantastic score there from Aaron Levy. The outside of his boot, John Reynolds. If it didn't go over, it would have been a 45.
Two excellent scores from Tullamore so far, playing very well, very patient, not lunging into tackles or anything like that, working in groups and turning the ball over. It must be 5 or 6 times at this stage.
So wind assisted Tullamore take a 2 point lead in the early stages here in the Tullamore Court Senior A football final of 2020. 2 for Tullamore, no score for Road. 10.5 minutes gone in the opening half. Kick out from Ken Gary straight into the hands of Kieran Heavey. Road on the attack now this time. This is Conor McNamee being tackled out there by Nigel Bracken, but Conor McNamee breaks away from the tackle, gives it outside the far side of the pitch towards Garrett McNamee. McNamee looking for options inside. Tullamore just have one man. There's a man just pull down off the ball there, play on to the referee, and Roder on the attack. Lovely ball in now down towards Niall McNamee. McNamee has it there when McCombie slips that ball towards Anton Sullivan. Here come the Roadmen, shot by Anton Sullivan, and it's over the bar, and the opening score of the game for the Roadmen. Lovely combination play by their key players, John Reynolds. Fine score.
Yeah, Niall and Anton linked up very well there. Again, Paul McConaughey is letting Niall win the ball out in front and seemed to try and hold him up, but he did the right thing that time. He slipped off, and Anton excellently ran off his shoulder and took a nice score.
So 2 points for Tullamore, 1 point for Road. 11 minutes gone in the opening half here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore, and we can't stress to the listeners enough how difficult conditions are out here today as Sean Martin kicks out to the middle of the field, but straight into the hands of Alan McNamee. McNamee takes the mark, gives a long ball down, can it intercepted there, well done by Oisín Keenan Martin to get a hand to that, but it falls into the hands of Aaron Keelan, slips it outside towards Conor McNamee, gives it back towards Niall Darby, was going to pull the trigger to Tullamore Mine Kempton, slips the ball back towards Garrett McNamee. McNamee's been held up by 2. Roder trying to be patient. They can't kick from 30 yards out. It's too far. Anton Sullivan putting it back on his right hand side. Goes back on his left. Slips it out now towards Kieran Heavey on his right. Kicked by Kieran Heavey. But that's going to the far side. Won't even go out of play. Just shows that breeze. Sliding down in that ball is Nigel Bracken. But he's intercepted there. Play on says the referee. There's advantage coming forward. Inside towards Kavanagh. Shot by Kavanagh, and it's over the bar. And the sides are on level terms. Turned over possession. Nigel Bracken was dispossessed when that ball didn't go out, and Road have fully punished him, and it's 2 points apiece, John.
Yeah, I'd say Tullamore were hoping for that ball to go wide there. It held up, and Road turned it over well, and again a good run off the shoulder from Dylan Kavanagh and took a nice score.
So evenly poised here in O'Connor Park and Tullamore, 2 points apiece. 12.5 minutes gone on the stopwatch. Sean Martin kicks out this side of the field again. This time the ball is beaten in behind straight into the hands of Niall Darby. Darby is on top on this game and he's setting up attacks. A man on his outside is Kieran Heavey. Darby goes to return. Oisín Keenan Martin is caught between mine. Slips it in towards Niall McNamee. Can Road go in front? Kicked by Niall McNamee, but it's gone out to the left hand side and it's gone wide, and that's Road's third wide of the afternoon. Good play there, and it looks like Road have really roared back into this game in the last couple of minutes, and they've really got back into it, John. Yeah,
Road coming to grips with the game now. They're experienced, they haven't panicked, and they're after getting the last 2 scores. And funnily enough, Niall McNamee's first shot 30 minutes into the game. Paul McConaughey will be happy enough with that.
So Sean Martin with the kick out again, trying to find a Tullamore man. This time he finds the safe hands of Michael Brazel. Goes to play on to the referee. Great mark by Brazel. Gives it out towards Aaron Levy. Can they get a first time ball in? This time he can. In towards Johnny Maloney. Maloney's in front of his man who is Jay Kavanagh. He'll try and turn it on to his favourite left. There's 3 Roadmen now have doubled up on him. So there must be a free Tullamore man. Still Maloney on his left. A great kick by Maloney, and it's over the bar. What a score there, but the umpires are just hesitating. The Tullamore crowd are adamant, and the umpire has waved it wide, so it's interesting to see. He's going in to have a chat with his 2 umpires. Umpire the far side of the pitch was thinking it was a score, but then the umpire this side said it was a wide. And it'll be interesting to see, can communication come in from the linesman? And the referee, Mario Stone's just going in. He's going now for clarification with the umpire, the linesman, the far side, who is Fintan Pearce. Tullamore crowd, who the management are that side of the pitch, are adamant it's a score. But Pearce is just having a chat. And Mario Stone's is telling him, I think he's telling him to wave it wide, is he? Yeah, it's gone wide to the right hand side. So, yeah. 3 wides apiece, so a little bit of confusion there, John, but three wides each. Yeah,
a little bit of confusion. The sideline didn't make it easy now on the ref. They're screaming in at him, and I don't know what to say about it. It wasn't very sporting.
So the ball is out towards the middle of the field, and Road have it. Here comes the midfielder, is Garrett McNamee, wing back I should say, out towards Niall Darby. Darby seems to be in the world of ball. He seems to be that spare man. And Aaron Keelan has another 20 or 30 yards. Young Kieran Byrne seems to be all over the position at the moment. Aaron Keelan swits it in to Tullamore and look to be fouled. Play on to the referee, gives it outside towards the cornerback, who is Brian Darby. Slips that ball inside towards Kieran Heavy. Back onto the boot here of Anton Sullivan. Oh, he's pulled down there by Para Billiard. A very, very silly free to give away. And on wet conditions and free takers like Road have, silly mistake there from the cornerback, Para Billiard, and it'll be a chance now for Road to go in front for the first time in the game. We've just played 15 minutes in the opening half. It's 2 for Road, 2 for Tullamore, and a chance here now for the left footer Niall Darby to come up and place this ball on the ground and try and put Road into the lead, as we said, for the first time in the game. Very, very difficult conditions. One can't emphasise enough. We might be repeating ourselves, but just to anyone that might be tuning in every so often, the conditions here are horrendous here in Tullamore for football, as Niall Darby has a chance now to put Road in front. 2 points apiece. We will be going to the water break, I'm sure, after this kick from Niall Darby. So really Gaelic Games is down to 4 quarters. Niall Darby has it, but this time he's kicked it to the left hand side and he's kicked it wide, and that's 4 wides of the afternoon for Road, 3 for Tullamore. And I'm sure match referee Mario Stones will allow the water break to come now any second in this game, as Sean Martin places this ball on the 20-metre line, looking for a quick one. Oh, he gives it outside to Paul McCombie. He can't go back to the keeper with him now, so he'll have to play it himself. That new rule, you can't give it back to the goalkeeper, so Paul McCombie plays a little bit dangerous, but lucky enough gets it out towards Declan Hogan. Again, Tullamore is still in their own full back line. They'll need to move this ball quick. Gives it outside this time towards Patrick Rebillard, the cornerback for Tullamore. Has grown into this Tullamore senior team, and saying that he's given away a ball, and Road have 2 men inside, but a terrible ball in. If that ball had to be any better from Alan McNamee, there was 2 Road forwards inside, and the only one that was there for Tullamore was the goalkeeper Sean Martin. So Tullamore have got off the hook there. 16 and a half minutes gone in the game, 2 points apiece. Here comes Declan Hogan, switches play outside towards Mickey Brazel. Brazel turns and twists, tries to go by Alan McNamee, hands that ball inside now towards Decky Hogan. Hogan has a man on his outside. The man on his outside is Aaron Levy. Levy was going to go along, having a look to see what the options are. Switches to play at the far side of the field. Lovely ball there, racing onto it is Kieran Egan, the young midfielder. Tries to turn back on his left. 2 Road men coming to him. Every time Tullamore have an attack, 2 Road men come to him. There's a tackle there by the Road men, but tacked on the back, and that'll be a free in for Tullamore, far side of the pitch. Just a push in the back there, 46 metres out. And I think we could be going for a water break, but when play will be restarted, it'll be a free for the Tullamore men, just 50 metres out from the game. As we have the water break here now, John, and it's very very evenly prized. Both teams going ahead, but conditions really are determining why it's only 2 points apiece.
Yeah, Tullamore probably be happier. Young team coming into the game, but they've settled really, really good. Got off to a great start. Road's experience have brought him back into it here now. But that was a serious let-off there a couple of moments ago. Para Billiard coming out with the ball and turned it over. And Alan McNamee, of all people, you'd love to see him delivering the ball. He 2 forwards inside, and somehow he managed to miss both of them. And it luckily enough landed in Sean Martin's hands, but it could have been a goal there quite so easy.
So 2 points apiece, as the clock will keep ticking here, and that's the new thing in the GA with this COVID-19. And I suppose, John Reynolds, things seem to be off the pitch getting a little bit tricky for people, and we're probably very lucky that we've got 2 finals played here today and 2 yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. The pitch is cutting up a bit here now. You can see it's after having a couple of days of heavy traffic, but it is at this time under the conditions. It's great to get these games played, and pity about the weather today, but both teams they're not lacking on the effort. So
players ready to resume. It'll be a free to far side of the pitch for the Tullamore team, as they're playing with this breeze in this opening half. It's 2 points apiece. Both managements are on the stand side. No one over the terrace side today, as it'll be a free. The far side going to take this is Nigel Bracken. Nigel got the opening score of the game for the Tullamore men, and then that was followed by a point from Aaron Levy, but Road came back with 2 points, one from Dylan Kavanagh and one from Anton Sullivan. So the sides level here. 18, nearly 19 minutes gone. Quick ball in. Is there too much on that? That's a very poor kick by Nigel Bracken. Gone out to the right hand side and gone wide, and it's wide number 4 of the day for the men from Tullamore. 4 wides apiece, and they're level on the scoreboard at 2 apiece, as Ken Gary places this ball on the 20-metre line. Going to go along with this kick out, as Tullamore have pushed up on their kick outs. Up comes Ken Gary, kicks out towards the middle of the field, tries to put it into the hands, and does indeed, of the centre half back, who is Owen Rigney. Rigney has a man on his outside, is Garrett McNamee. McNamee slips it back now towards midfielder, who is Connor McNamee. Slays that ball in, and away come the Roadmen. Here comes Owen Rigney, centre half back, looking for an option. One of them is outside is Niall Darby if they're going to switch the play, but away come the Roadmen. Here's Gareth McNamee. He's been on a lot of balls so far for the men from Road. Been tackled there by Michael Brazel into the path of Anton Sullivan. 2 Tullamore men come to him and forced to give that ball back towards Alan McNamee. Road will probably be the happier of the 2 teams at the moment, trying to hold that ball again, that breeze. Niall Darby looking for options inside. It is 3-on-3 inside, but the problem is delivering that ball in again, the breeze. The pace on it won't get to a forward, as Owen Rigney tries to come back, leaves that ball outside towards Alan McNamee. Niall Darby, here comes Niall Darby out towards the centre half bar. Rory McNamee, haven't seen much of Rory. He's on the ball now, slips that ball in towards Gareth McNamee. Lovely shoulder there by Nigel Bracken, but this possesses him. Darby takes a heavy hit there, and Rhodes still in possession. Lovely ball there by Alan McNamee down towards the Rory. He's about 25 metres out from the Tullamore goal, but it's just keep ball at the moment by Road. They're being patient. Long ball in now by Alan McNamee. Dangerous ball in. Aaron Keelan goes up. A man is in behind it. Niall McNamee just doesn't control it first time. Sean Martin comes out to him. Is he fouling? Play on to the referee. McNamee bounces it. He breaks away from the goalkeeper. He's still seeing what his options are. Great play by McNamee, and splits the post here. What a fantastic score there by Niall McNamee. He'd done everything in his power, but he was so patient, John.
Yeah, goal chance there. Originally, he thought it went away from him, but he was patient. He went around the player and tapped her over the bar. A great experience showed by him there. He let Aaron Keelan go in for the high ball, and it broke out to him. He knew it was coming.
So Roder gone into the lead for the first time in the game. 21 and a half minutes gone in the opening half, but we'll have 2 minutes anyway at least for the water break. 3 points for Road, 2 points for Tullamore, as Paul McCommon gathers that kick out, and we'll look to see can build it from the back from Tullamore. Here comes Ushing Keenan Martin. Road pushing up and putting Tullamore under pressure. Paul McCommon will have to switch play the far side of the pitch. Gives it towards Aaron Levy, out towards Michael Brazel. They're trying to build here from the back. That's good play now, and away come the Tullamore men. Slipping that ball outside towards the corner back, who is Kieran Burns. He doesn't gather it. He still has it. Does work by Burns to get that ball out eventually to Kieran Egan. Egan is tackled there by 2 Roadmen. Referee playing an advantage. No advantage coming. It'll be a free in for Road. 50 metres out from their own goal. Michael Brazel looking for the run of Johnny Maloney. Spots it now the far side of the pitch. Can Maloney keep this ball in play? A very, very poor ball by Michael Brazel out over the line, and that's wide number 5, and that's balls you need to be keeping and playing of a day like that, John.
Yeah, that's the second time they've done that now in the last couple of attacks. They're losing their way a little bit going forward at the moment. Road are really settling into this game. Alan McNamee becoming very influential, sitting in the pocket here.
So a free for Road out in the middle of the field. Alan McNamee takes it quick towards Anton Sullivan. Sullivan has a man in his inside if he can spot him. He can indeed. That man inside looks to be Rory McNamee, going to set Road on the attack. Long ball towards Niall McNamee, but that's going out to the left hand side, and it's gone wide. And at the moment, the one winner today so far is the conditions, because both sets of players just getting it hard to keep these balls in play from balls skidding out over the end line. But 5 wides apiece. But on the scoreboard, it's the men from Road who lead. 3 points for Road, 2 points for Tullamore. Ball out to the middle of the field again. Mickey Brazel gets a fist to it. Road would try to get back, but Tullamore man a sliding tackle there by Garrett McNamee, and that'll be a free in for Tullamore. 60 metres out from the goal. It's 1-on-1 inside. Luke Egan is in there with Brian Darby, and Brian Darby has that task of picking up Luke Egan, who was very good in some of the rounds for Tullamore, as Michael Brazel slays that ball outside towards Johnny Maloney. Maloney's after coming a little bit deeper in the last few minutes. He's out around centre forward. And gone inside for the Tullamore men is Peter Fox. Michael Brazel has been tackled illegally so there by Kieran Heavey, and that'll be a free in for Tullamore. Very, very poor tackling there for Kieran Heavey, and referee Mario Stones is going to have a word there with one of the Road men, And just taking the note there of Kieran Heavey, and it'll be a free for Tullamore. 42 metres out from the goal. It'll be a chance for Johnny Maloney, I would say, to put the sides on level terms. And he was been outstanding, so he has been for Tullamore this year, and especially with his semi-final performance again for Ban. As Johnny Maloney places this ball about 40, he's going to take it out of hands. He will be wind assisted. The only thing will be distance, if he has the distance. He is aided by that breeze as Ken Gary shakes his gloves to try and warm his hands up, as up comes Maloney. Good looking kick by Maloney, and the sides are on level terms here in O'Connor Park. John Reynolds, of a day like today, you need a free taker like that. Great score there by Maloney, sides on level terms.
Yeah, excellent score from Johnny Maloney there. It's getting a little bit pulling and dragging here the last couple of minutes. The players, hopefully the referee won't allow that to creep into the game here.
So 3 points apiece, nearly 25 minutes gone now in the opening half here, as Ken Gary kicks out to the middle of the field, sides level, out to go, ball worked down. Here comes Kieran Egan, the young midfielder for Tullamore, lays the ball back towards the wing back, who is Kevin O'Brien, and Tullamore will build from the back. This is Michael Brazel. Play on, says the referee. Good advantage there, and Tullamore will try and win that ball, but Anton Sullivan has pulled back his man, and that'll be a free for Tullamore. No doubt at all about that one, as it'll be a free on the halfway line for the Tullamore men. As we said, Johnny Maloney came out centre forward for a few minutes, come back in again, making runs off the ball, but that ball just not going in, as here comes Tullamore again. That's a lovely ball, long ball in by Kevin O'Brien, but again there's too much pace in that, and it's going to skid out over the line, and that'll be a wide number 6. And John Reynolds, we've 11 wides in the game so far, 6 for Tullamore, who could root all these chances.
Yeah, look, we've said it 4 or 5 times this stage about the conditions, but that's bad foot passing there. Young Luke Egan made a good run out. He hasn't got on much of the ball so far, Luke. It's his first county final, obviously, but look, he's shown plenty of effort anyways. So
Ken Gary kicks out toward Kieran Heavey. He seems to be one of the target men, because he's not going down right down the middle. As away comes Jake Kavanagh for Road. The man wearing number 3, Roder on the attack, out towards Conor McNamee, slips that ball towards young James McPadden. McPadden slips that in towards Anton Sullivan. He's there with Parabilia. They're going to have a waffle battle. Here comes the road man, lovely kick inside, race on for Niall McNamee and Paul McComba. McComba gets in the hand, but McNamee wins that ball. Road on the attack, sides are level, back in towards McPadden. McPadden is looking for the free, but he just solos that ball into nowhere, and Tullamore will try and clear their lines. They've turned it over again. Good work from the Tullamore men. Can Tullamore get this ball out? Here's Kieran Burns being tackled by Aaron Keelan, slays it outside towards Kieran Egan. Road hunting and packs. There's 3 road men round him. That's really good work. He's pinned down right hand the corner flag here. Kieran Burns kicks that ball. It's not kept in play, and Road have turned it over. That's great work rate by the road men. Lay a tackle there. The referee playing an advantage. No advantage coming, and that'll be a free in. Aaron Keelan taken late there by the Tullamore men, but the pressure was applied from the road forwards. Wouldn't let out the Tullamore backs, and that ball is turned over, and that's serious pressure, John.
It is. Road are starting to do now what Tullamore were doing to them in the early periods. They're putting on serious pressure. Aaron Keelan went down there. When the whistle went for his free, he wasn't long about getting back up.
So yellow card there for Aaron Levy, I think it is, with that late tackle. So that's the first yellow card of the afternoon, and it goes to Aaron Levy, the midfielder for Tullamore, as Niall Darby will take this free for Road. He's approximately 8 metres in from the sideline on the 20 metre line. It definitely, accuracy will be no problem, but I don't think he'll have the distance with this swirl and win, but it'll be interesting to see. He's definitely going to go for it, and can he put Road back in front? Up he comes, but this time it's gone to the right hand side and it's gone wide. And if Tullamore have 6 wides one end, Road have 6 the far end, so 3 points apiece, as we've approximately 2.5 minutes left, plus whatever additional time that will be added on for the water break. As Sean Martin goes quick ball out to the far side of the field towards Declan Hogan. Tullamore trying to build here now from the back once again. Gives it back towards Paul McComway. Looking for a man, and he's outside is Kieran Egan. Alan McNamee came to him, but Egan does well to get away. Gives it back towards Kevin O'Brien. Oh, but young Kieran Egan lets the ball slip through, and a race on here for Niall McNamee. Oh, he chips the ball lovely inside towards Anton Sullivan. Kick by Anton Sullivan, but it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide, and that's wide number 7. But that was a glorious chance there for Road. What a chip by Niall McNamee in such difficult conditions.
Yeah, fabulous piece of skill. It's the second time he's actually done that in the game. Anton, another bad shot off his left foot. I thought he had time to turn and kick it over his right.
So a quick kick out by Sean Martin again. This time too much pace on it. And that's the first pool of water we've seen the far side of the pitch, and that just shows that rain that's non-stop today since early morning have conditions deteriorate. Has 3 pints apiece. 1 minute and a half left in the opening half as Road come on the attack once again. James McPadden gives it inside. Away come the Roadmen. This is Rory McNamee looking to break through. Hands it inside to McPadden. Can Road go back in front? Kick by McPadden, but it slices off his boot, and away come the Tullamore men in Paul McConvey. He's looking for options. No options. There's 7 or 8 Tullamore men, but they're not breaking the pace at the back. Gives it outside towards Kieran Burns, the cornerback. Slips that ball inside now towards Keenan Martin, Oisin Keenan Martin. Just a little bit ponderous there is the Tullamore play when they're trying to break from the back. Out comes Declan Hogan, slips that ball out towards Johnny Maloney. He's to come very deep to get his hands on the ball. When we look down to our left, there's only one Tullamore man inside the 45-metre line. If I look to me right, there's 6 of them across the halfway line. They need to push men forward, especially with this breeze in the opening half, as Para Billiard switches play this side of the field to Oisin Keenan Martin. Just a minute left of normal time plus whatever time will be added on. 3 pints apiece. There's a high tackle there by Anton Sullivan, and this could be a yellow card for Anton Sullivan. High tackle into the hands of Nigel Bracken, and this could be the second yellow card of the day, and it'll be a yellow card for the corner forward, who is Anton Sullivan. So Anton Sullivan taking that yellow card just high around the neck, and it'll be the second yellow card of the day. Nigel Bracken with this resultant free for Tullamore. Takes that free, pass it back towards Para Billiard, gives it back to Bracken. Now will he go along, because Tullamore haven't got any ball into that forward line as of yet, really of any quality, as Aaron Levy, he's going to go along. He did man on his outside. He got a great score early on. Michael Brazzett switches play across to Declan Hogan. Hogan has a bit of space. He's looking for Luke Egnan, but again, Road are pushing Tullamore back out, and Tullamore can't seem to make any headway. And again, he was lucky to hold on to that. Michael Brazzett will try and go through the players. Good work there by Michael Brazzett. Slips it out towards Aaron Levy. Can he get his second score of the day? Great kick there by Aaron Levy, and that's a great score. You can see the difference a strong man makes, John Reynolds. Michael Brazzett win through 3 or 4 players, and that was the difference to help that score.
Yeah, Road again targeting the turnover there, but Michael Brazzel's strength, very impressive there. Slipped up to Aaron Levy, who's been quiet, but he's got 2 good scores from play.
So Tullamore back in front, 4 points for Tullamore, 3 for Road. As we've played 31 minutes in the opening half, we'd possibly have another 1, maybe 2 minutes at most, as Ken Gary kicks this ball out to this. Again, he's targeted Kieran Heavy, and he has claimed that mark again, and Tullamore haven't copped on to this at the moment. That all kickouts are going to Kieran Heavy. They've gone away from the midfield as Garrett McNamee gathers that ball, gives it outside towards James McPadden. McPadden is foul. Play on, says the referee. 4 points for Tullamore, 3 for Road. Possibly 30 seconds left in this opening half here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Any spectators are up the very back of the standard. No one going to get wet, because the conditions are horrendous, and social distance is taking place, in fairness, that far side, as Niall Darby goes to try and launch Road onto another attack. 2 Tullamore men coming to him. Gives it outside towards Alan McNamee. Slips it back towards Connor. Connor trying to build from the back again. Ball back outside towards Darby. Here comes Brian Darby. We're number 4. Road on the attack as we approach the half-time whistle. It's Tullamore who lead by the slenderest of margins, 4 points to 3. Out towards Kieran Heavy. Road just keeping ball and maybe trying to wear down this clock again, this breeze, but Heavy does well to try and make a bit of space. He's trying to go through 2 Tullamore men and gives it out towards Rory McNamee. He's looking for the run. Paul McConway is lucky. He's pulling off the ball, and that ball is in towards Niall McNamee. McConway comes to him, slips that ball back in towards Rory McNamee. McNamee breaks away from the challenge. 2 Tullamore men come to him. The experience there just of Paul McConway held his man back that time. Niall McNamee, a little tug of the jersey, and got away with it, as Anton Sullivan tries to cut inside. Can he put the sides in level terms? Kicked by Anton Sullivan, but it's gone to the right hand side and gone wide, and that's 8 wides for the men from Road. Probably poor shot selection there, John.
Yeah, that's Anton's 3rd wide. Shooting boots aren't on. Niall McNamee showed good experience to hold the ball up and slip it out to him, but you know, he may sharpen up with them.
So we've approached nearly the half time now. The referee is playing on. We've 1 more attack in the first half. Tullamore lead 4 points to 3 in this Tullamore Court Senior Football Final of 2020. Away come Tullamore now to have a little bit of space at last. This is Nigel Bracken. Johnny Maloney's going with him. Good work there by Nigel Bracken. Being back is the Road man pushing the back. Says play on, says the referee. Great ball out now towards young Egan. Egan has it. Can he put Tullamore 2 in front? Shot by Egan, and the sound by the crowd. It's gone over the bar. Good score there by young Kieran Egan. Fantastic score, John.
Yeah, good score. Thought there was a free there on Nigel Bracken, but referee gave advantage and it worked out in Tullamore's favour. Nice score from Kieran Egan.
So 5 points to Tullamore, 3 for Road, as Tullamore have got 3 points from midfield. Aaron Levy getting 2, Kieran Egan with 1, and they're the dominant side in midfield at the moment, kicking them 3 points. So 5 points to 3. Ball out to the midfield. We've nearly 4 minutes now in the opening half, and any minute now, as Declan Hogan was going to hesitate, had taken that, but lucky enough, he's a man back to give him a hand. That man there was Luke Plunkett. Gives it outside, and Tullamore coming in the attack again. They seem to be taking over now. Johnny Maloney has a man outside, and Kieran Egan leaves it down here. A wrist on now with Oisin Keenan Martin. They've been tackled there by Niall Darby. Slips that ball back. It could be the last couple of seconds in the opening half. Aaron Levy out in the halfway line. Gives it back towards Oisin Keenan Martin. Back towards Aaron Levy. Ball being switched that far side of the pitch. Here comes Tullamore. Can they get one more attack before the half-time whistle? Look, ball out the far side. Nigel Bracken lays it back, and here come Tullamore. He's a man and he's outside. He looks inside to see if there's any options. There's not many, but with that, the referee Marius Stones blows the half-time whistle here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Horrendous conditions for a game of football, but it's the men from Tullamore who lead Road. John Reynolds, if you were from Road, what would your feeling be? And if you're from Tullamore, what would your feeling be?
Well, if I was from Road, I wouldn't be panicking because they've been in these situations before. They've plenty of experience. They certainly have the firepower up front with Niall McNamee and Anton Sullivan. So they won't panic. But Tullamore will definitely be the happier team. They've played in stops and starts, but started well and finished the half well, and they're going in with a 2-point advantage. And a day like today, a 2-point advantage is nearly as good as 5 or 6.
Yeah, conditions are so horrendous here. Scores will be vital, but it's half time here in the Tullamore Court Senior Football Championship Final in Offaly for 2020. It was the wind-assisted Tullamore who lead Road by 5 points to 3. We'll be back to you for second half commentary. Usually it'd be 10 minutes, but I'd say it'll be 6 or 7 with the new rules. Road are staying on the pitch, but it's half time here. It's the Tullamore men who lead 5 points to 3. So we're ready to go here with the second half here in Burnamona O'Connor Park in Tullamore. As Tullamore break away. Half time they led 5-3. This is Nigel Bracken. They'll be playing into this breeze in the second half. We'll fill you in if there's any changes. Both teams have changed their jersey, that's for certain. As Tullamore break from the back. Here comes Kevin O'Brien. Links it back there towards the midfielder Aaron Levy, who scored 2 points in the opening half. Ball out this side of the field towards Declan Hogan. Looks inside. Shane Dooley is on the Tullamore team. I think he's on in place of Peter Fox, but we'll confirm that change with you in a minute. As we just see, is Luke Egan still down there? I think Luke Egan is still there, so it's Peter Fox. Shane Dooley on for Peter Fox in this second half. That's the only change we can see so far as the ball is out this side. Nigel Bracken does well to hold that ball. Lucky to get away with that. He thought he picked it off the ground. Gives it back towards Aaron Levy. Tullamore lead 5-3. As this ball is out this side of the field towards Michael Brazel breaking away for Tullamore. Man on his outside is Nigel Bracken. Good play there by Michael Brazel. Very strong play. Solos that ball. Tries to create another attack. 2 roadmen come to him, but holds on to that ball while gives it outside towards Aaron Levy. Switches the play across towards Nigel Bracken. Bracken is tackled there by the midfielder who is Dylan Kavanagh, but he does well. Slips the ball out towards Declan Hogan. Hogan has a man there beside him who's tackling him is Anton Sullivan. Good work there by Anton Sullivan. Dispossessed the Tullamore man, and that'll be a free out. Declan Hogan deemed that Anton Sullivan held him, so Kieran Levy will take that free quick for the men from Road. Gives it outside towards Niall Darby. Long ball by Niall Darby down towards McNamee and McComba. McComba lets it through, and a race on here now for Kieran Burns. He's looking to his goalkeeper there with Aaron Keelan. Gives him back towards Sean Martin. Hands that ball outside towards Aaron Levy, and away come the Tullamore men, just keeping that ball back in their full back line. Switches to play the far side of the field towards Patrick Rebillard. It's actually Nigel Bracken. Man on his outside is Patrick Rebillard. McNamee comes to him but doesn't lunge in, and away goes Rebillard. Racing up that pitch for the Tullamore men. Being tackled there by the centre half back Owen Rigney. Good play by him. Gives it out towards Johnny Maloney, who's come a little bit deeper in this second half. Tullamore leading by 2 points. 5 points for Tullamore, 3 for Road, as you were at half time. Michael Brazel slips that ball back, and Tullamore doing well to keep possession now in this second half. Away comes the Tullamore man. Slips that ball outside now towards Luke Plunkett. Plunkett gives it back towards Usheen Keenan Martin. And Tullamore are holding the ball, and the arm being held of Aaron Levy. Play on, says the referee. Breaks in there by Kieran Heavey. Picking up that breaking ball though is Kevin O'Brien, who's having a fine game for the Tullamore men. Gives it back towards Decky Hogan. Switches to play the far side of the field. Far side of the field is Usheen Keenan Martin. Tullamore all the possession in this first 3 minutes of the second half. Slips that ball in towards Hogan. Away comes Hogan looking for a man on his inside. Race on here with Shane Dooley. Doesn't gather it on the first time. Tackled outside, and away come the roadmen. Here comes Kieran Heavey. Away comes Heavey for out towards Owen Rigney. Long ball by Rigney. Race on here now with Aaron Keelan and Kieran Burns. Aaron Keelan turns back on his left. 2 Tullamore men coming to him now. That's good defending by the Tullamore man. Gives it back now towards Owen Rigney. Trying to break away. Can he put one between them? Kick by Owen Rigney. Dangerous ball in, but Sean Martin reads that ball very well for the Tullamore men, and they'll clear their lines. Nearly 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. As you were at half time. 5 for Tullamore, 3 for Road. Here comes Kieran Egan, the midfielder for Tullamore. Gives it back to the captain, Paul McComba. He gives it towards Sean Martin. The goalkeeper for Tullamore, are they playing a little bit dangerous? They're playing back in their own backline. Switches to play the far side of the field. And away come Tullamore. In possessed though by the roadmen, have it out towards Anton Sullivan. A chance from Sullivan, keeper into the hand again. That's 2 in the first half and 2 in the second half, straight into the hands of Sean Martin. And Tullamore are on the ascendancy here. Lovely ball down towards Nigel Bracken. 3 roadmen come to him, but he switches the play back in towards the midfield. Race on here now with Declan Hogan. Sliding down on it his own is Conor McNamee. Wins that ball back for Road. Gives it towards Niall Darby. Darby gives that ball inside. It's 1-on-1 there with Niall McNamee. If they can see him inside, it's Aaron Keelan. Niall McNamee just gone a little bit deep at the moment. Here comes the Roman. The full back is Jay Kavanagh. Jay Kavanagh slips the ball back towards McPadden. Patient build up from Road again. As we said, conditions very, very tricky. Hard to get scores. Tullamore will be happy with their 2-point lead. Road will probably need the next score or two to put pressure under the Tullamore men. Here comes Darby again down this side. He's going to have a shot from here, but that's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. And at the moment, John Reynolds, Tullamore will be very happy the way this game is going.
Yeah, they will need a bad shot selection there from Niall Darby. His third wide of the day. Tullamore look to be trying to park the bus here, as they say in soccer terms. They haven't been inside their own 45 and have yet to have had the ball, possession of the ball for about 4 minutes or 5 in the second half.
So 5 minutes gone in the second half. Tullamore still lead 5 points to 3. Where will the Dowling Cup be resting tonight? Last year it was in for Ban. This time the ball is tapped down towards Niall McNamee, all from 60 yards out. What a fantastic score there by Niall McNamee. And it's the one man that will not miss when from 40 yards out or 50. That's a fantastic score, all of 50 metres out there. John Reynolds, that's one of the best scores of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about Tullamore sitting deep and trying to limit the inside movement for Road.
So a little bit of handbags here in the middle of the field now. Alan McNamee's involved here. Some of the Tullamore men, after coming running, they're not happy what Alan done off the ball, and there's a good bit of pushing and shoving out in the middle of the field now, and the referee will have to sort this out with his two linesmen. Linesman the far side of the pitch is Fergal Smith. Linesman this side is Finton Pearce. And it's still pushing and shoving going on. Something happened there, but the Tullamore players definitely reacted to something Alan McNamee done. So it'll be interesting to see when this is all sorted out what will be the result of being Alan McNamee and Paul McConway squaring up to each other. None of them are backing down. They're like two stag deers going at each other there. So the referee will probably have to book two players now at this stage. But no way is McConway backing down from Alan McNamee there, John.
No, he's not. Whatever went on there, the Tullamore players reacted fairly strongly to it. They weren't happy. Paul McConway usually wouldn't you see that kind of temperament from him, but he wasn't happy. He came out from his full back position to confront Alan McNamee.
And Alan McNamee is just grabbing him by the ear again there, so they'll have to calm it down because tempers are starting to flare here. But this is going to be 2 yellow cards, one for Alan McNamee and one for Paul McConway. They're still having verbals at each other. So the referee he's tapping him on the face again, and Alan McNamee playing mind games with Paul McConway, but both players will pick up a yellow card. And it'd be interesting to see what would have happened as Road are introducing the sub. But if them two players didn't go ahead the second time, it'd be interesting to see what the referee would have done, as we see a sub coming on the Road team, and it looks to be so Paul McPadden is on for Kieran Heavey, and I thought Kieran Heavey was having a fine game. John, did you?
Yeah, Kieran Heavey has covered a lot of ground and done a lot of work put in, but Roder probably needs scores, so that's the reason Paul is on. So
Paul McPadden on for Kieran Heavey. Ball out to the middle of the field again. Tap down. Who's going to win this breaking ball? 5 points for Tullamore, 4 for Road, and that's a high tackle. Free for Road. Quickly taken there by the Road men. Out towards Rory McNamee. Gives it inside towards Jake Kavanagh. Back towards Rory McNamee. Can he put the sides on level term? The Tullamore man leapt in. McNamee on his left. Could this be the equaliser? I think it is. It is. It's over the bar. A lovely score there by Rory McNamee. He was going as Alan McNamee's after pushing the man here in the middle of the field now, and he's going to have to be very careful, John Reynolds. He's after ploughing into the back of the Tullamore man, and the Tullamore crowd are incensed here, and he's going over to talk to them. Alan McNamee's going to have to calm himself down.
Yes, there's plenty of pushing and shoving going on all over the park here at the moment. It's getting a little bit out of control. Alan McNamee could be in trouble here. I didn't quite see what he did, but it was definitely an off-the-ball instance again. And he only in trouble a couple of moments ago. I don't know what he's thinking.
I think he's calling over Alan McNamee. If he is, he's going to tell him either this is his last chance or he's gone. But it's the linesman he's talking to is Fergal Smith, that far side of the pitch, and if they see it, he's going to give him the benefit of the doubt, I can think. He is indeed. And Alan McNamee is going to have to be very careful at the moment, because this game, there was a fair niggle to it all of a sudden in the second half. There was no incidents in the first half, but definitely Alan McNamee is being targeted out there, and Tullamore will definitely try. They're a little bit incensed that maybe he hasn't picked up that second yellow card, but after consulting with the linesman, Alan McNamee still on the pitch, and it's 5 points apiece. Ball out to the middle of the field. Road are going to win this breaking ball. There's a push in the back there. And there might be only 200 of a crowd here, but they're definitely getting into it. 5 points apiece. Nearly 10 minutes gone in this second half here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Ball kicked back there from Gareth McNamee, straight into the hands of the centre half back, who is Owen Rigney. And Tullamore trying to keep Road pinned back in it. Most of the possession in the last 5 minutes have been from the Roadmen. Conor McNamee going to deliver a long ball down towards Niall McNamee there with Paul McConway. Good work there by McConway. The referee was going to blow a free. Doesn't. McNamee has it on the second attempt. Lays it inside towards McPadden, who's on. Paul McPadden slips it to his brother James, 50 metres out from the Tullamore goal, looking to give it out towards Alan McNamee. McNamee kicks a long ball in. Race on here for Aaron Keelan, but it's going to be too much on the ball, and that ball has gone out to the left hand side, and it's gone wide number 10. And John Reynolds, for a couple of minutes there was a right bit of excitement there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, plenty of pushing and shoving. I don't think anybody got a punch or anything, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on. But it's after stifling Road a little bit here now. Tullamore getting underneath their skin. Alan McNamee in very uncharacteristic error there. Long ball kicked over the line.
So 5 points apiece, 10 minutes gone now in the second half. Sean Martin gets away another good kick out. He's been very good with these kick outs. He's mostly got them out to Tullamore men, as Declan Hogan will try and build from the back again. We're trying to watch the stuff off the ball as well as on the ball, because everywhere you go there's little incidents off the ball, as McConway has overplayed that ball, carried it into the tackle, and that'll be a free, and it'll be brought forward there for not retrieving the appropriate distance, and he's pushed in the back there by Anton Sullivan. So the game probably needs to tighten up a little bit, as Road have this free, and it'll be brought forward about 37 or 8 metres out from the goal, and it'll be a chance for Niall Darby to put Road back in front. 5 points apiece, 11 minutes gone in the second half. Paul McConway just carrying that ball into the tackle and overplaying it, and didn't retreat the ball, and that's why that ball is brought forward, and a chance now for Niall Darby to put his side in front. It will favour the left foot kicker. He puts it on the ground, 38 metres out. Up it comes. Has he the distance? But he has, but it's gone to the right hand side and gone wide, and that's wide number 11, John, for Road.
Yeah, four wides for Niall Darby himself. All 3 of them very scoreable frees. Road are starting. The game is getting a little bit rough and pulling and dragging and things like that, and silly nonsense going on here, and really the referee needs to stamp that out.
So the ball is out this side of the field. Race on here now with Kieran Egan. Kieran Egan for Tullamore. Gives it outside towards his wing back. Tullamore getting it very hard to get this ball out, but they'll have a line ball. They're getting it very hard. As we can see, John, and we saw O'Connor Park here the last couple of weeks in excellent condition, but now you see it's starting to go up quite badly. Just shows the level of rain that's fell.
Yeah, a lot of rain has fell, and all down the middle has caught up like 2 games here today. You'd have to wonder, was it feasible?
Ball out this side of the field. Where come Tullamore again? The side still on level terms. 12 minutes gone in the second half. Tullamore looking for their first score of the second half. Out around the middle of the field is the cornerback, Kieran Burns. Gives it to Declan Hogan. And this is where Tullamore are getting it very hard to get forward. Here comes Nigel Bracken. He's a man gone, but a great tackle there by Rory McNamee. Intercepts it, and then Nigel Bracken gives away that free. And Nigel Bracken caught that man as he's down over the ball, and this could be a yellow card for the Tullamore man. And it'll be a yellow card here for Nigel Bracken. Just as the Road man was down over the ball, Dylan Kavanagh, he took that shoulder into the head.
Yeah, a lot of pushing and shoving going on here, and the players are acting up as well. They're diving, and it's not good to look at here at the moment, this kind of behaviour on the field. Yeah,
so but a lot at stake. Road going for title number 30, Tullamore going for title 28, as away come the Roadmen. This is centre half back, who is Owen Rigney. Rigney gives it back towards Alan McNamee. This is his first game. He started for Road all year, but he was very influential in the semi-final when he came on again. Niall McNamee goes to pop the hand and take the mark, and he does indeed. That was a lovely ball in from Garrett McNamee, and Niall McNamee gathered that ball 22 metres out, and this will definitely be no doubt he should put Road back in front. Niall McNamee claiming that mark from a lovely ball in from Garrett McNamee. Up comes Niall McNamee and converts that ball, and it's gone over the bar, and that's Road in front for the first time in the second half. 6 points for Road, 5 for Tullamore. Road seem to be turning the tie a little bit.
Yeah, the first mark, 43 minutes gone, and the first mark of the day from Niall McNamee, and you have to wonder, is it a good rule or not?
So the ball out back towards Paul McConway. McConway has it on his full back line, switches to play. Tullamore, as we said in the last couple of minutes, are getting it very hard to get this ball past their halfway line. This time the switch play towards this side of the field, towards Para Billiard. He is a man on his outside in Oisín Keane Martin, but he gives it back now towards the cornerback, who is Kieran Burns, but he's dispossessed by Anton Sullivan. Probably he could have gotten a free there, but he didn't, as the ball is going over, and this will be a throw ball. So we've nearly 15 minutes gone in the second half. 6 points for the men from Road, 5 points for Tullamore. As Micheál Murray said in 82, is there a goal in this game? And whoever gets a goal today will be crucial. This ball will be thrown in about 30 metres out from the Tullamore goal. As two players are down, Anton Sullivan is one and Parabilly are the other one, but both getting back up on their feet, and the ball is thrown in. Who's going to win this ball? It's very well taken there by Aaron Levy. Slips it outside towards Oisin Keenan Martin, towards the midfielder who is Kieran Egan. Away come Tullamore. They're still getting it very hard to break this line. Nigel Bracken goes for it, being tackled by Rory McNamee. McNamee does well and intercepts that ball, and Tullamore just giving away a ball at the moment. Rory McNamee tries to set up an attack here now for Road. He's 45 metres out from Tullamore goal. Gives it towards Niall Darby, slips it inside towards Conor McNamee. McNamee gives it back to the shooter Anton Sullivan. Kicked by Anton Sullivan. It's going to land in, but it's gone to the right hand side and it's gone wide, and that's 12 wides for the men from Road, 6 for Tullamore. John, could these wides come back and haunt Road?
Yeah, they certainly could. They're leaving Tullamore in it here. 12 wides, like I said. That's 5 wides from Anton Sullivan, and he just seems to be snapping at it. For an inter-county player, it's disappointing to look at.
Sean Martin has just given away that kick out over the line, and it'll be a line ball for Road. So all the pressure coming from Road onto Tullamore, quickly taken in towards Paul McPadden. McPadden was going to fist it over the bar, hands it back now towards Niall McNamee. Kick by Niall McNamee, dangerous, and it's over the bar. It was heading for the corner of the net, but that ball has gone over the bar for the Road men, and Sean Martin could have been caught out. It was a foot lower, it was a goal, John.
Yeah, well, Niall McNamee, he went for a point there, and it just crept over the bar, but Sean Martin was caught out of position. It nearly flew into the top corner. The water break here now, I think.
So 4 points Road have tagged on to this second half, so they lead now by 7 points to 5. As we said, they're assisted by that breeze in the second half, but they're gone 2 points in front now, and Tullamore have played 16 minutes of this second half and haven't registered a white or green flag yet. So it's the men from Road who are in front, 7 points to 5. And John Reynolds, all this ball out around, that little bit of a pushing and shoving seemed to suit the men from Road.
Yeah, it looks like that way. Look, Roll's huge experience. They're coming into the game. They haven't panicked at any stage here today. Tullamore, I don't think they've had a shot in the second half so far. Looks like they've played all their football in the first half, and they're short of options up front at the moment. But when you have players like Shane Dooley in the full forward line, there is always a chance of a goal.
We were just speaking at half time to some of the lads outside. Road have better ball carriers carrying the ball out in the first half. Tullamore carrying the ball out again the breeze. They don't seem to have that quality of player that Road had when they were carrying the out in the first half. Yeah,
well, look, a lot of Road players have very sharpened skills and very good ball carriers. And the good thing, the clever thing with Road as well, if you watch them, to get the right ball carrier on the ball, you don't see Alan McNamee trying to run up the pitch. He holds the centre, and he'll slip it off to the runners going by him. And Niall Darby and these guys are well able to carry the ball up the field.
So we're going to approach the melting pot of the game, the last 15 minutes, which is crucial. But it's the men from Road who have edged their noses in front, leading 7 points to 5. Niall McNamee has got 4 scores now in this game. One coming from Anton Sullivan, one from Rory McNamee, and one from Dylan Kavanagh. And substitution on the Tullamore team. So Corey White is gone in goal now in place of Sean Martin. So interesting to see whether he's carrying a bit of a knock or what, but Corey White is gone in goal. Definitely a taller goalkeeper than Sean Martin. We'll see what his kickouts. Yes, Tullamore's going to go along with their kickouts, so that's a change of tactic, and we'll see will it pay dividends. They have so far because they've won that breaking ball out towards Declan Hogan. He just held that ball up. There's 2 Road men coming to him. Hands the ball back towards the... And again, Road have pinned back their men, but Tullamore have found a little bit of space. Declan Hogan needs to hand that ball out to a man on his outside. The man on his outside is... Luke Plunkett inside now. Here comes Parabilly, gives it back towards Declan Hogan. Can he kick a score? Gives it towards John Maloney. He's going to pull the trigger on his right. Kick by John Maloney, but it's gone to the left hand side and it's gone wide. And that's wide number 7 for the men from Tullamore. But a change of goalkeepers, and you can see the difference maybe with Corey White's kickouts going long. been tackled high, says the referee, but he's overplayed the ball, and that will be a free out for the Tullamore men.
Yeah, everything going Road's way here at the moment. Johnny Maloney did take steps there. Road really turning the screw here at the moment, Brian.
So the Roadmen, with all this experience, lead 1-7 to 5 points, 8 minutes left plus whatever additional time. Quick ball in towards Niall McNamee. He's out in front of his man Paul McConway. Still in McNamee. He's going to steady himself, I'd say, on his favourite right boot. No one coming to him. He's all alone. Kick by Niall McNamee, and it's high and it's over the bar. What a score there by Niall McNamee. Tullamore gave him too much space. He took a few solos. He's not going to miss from that distance.
It's amazing to think that he could come out, collect the ball. You know, he's a very experienced player and good runners off his shoulder and things like that, but it just seemed like he had 10 seconds to take his shot there, and it's amazing.
So a substitute coming on for Road. We'll tell you who that is. Stephen Hannon is coming on, and it looks to be Anton Sullivan who's making his way. Anton Sullivan coming off the Road team, and Stephen Hannon is on for the Road men. Stephen was down to start. Anton Sullivan making his way up, but Road lead 1-8 to 5 points. 7 minutes left in this second half of the Offaly Senior Football final of 2020. So the goalkeeper, Corey White, places this ball on the 20-metre line. What can the Tullamore men do? They have to dig very deep if they're to get anything out of this game. Ball out towards the middle of the field. Ball tapped down, and here come the Road men again. They've completely taken over. Tullamore have yet to score in the second half, and we've played 24 minutes of that second half. No score yet for Tullamore in the second half. Ball out towards Aaron Keelan, that goal scored a few minutes ago. Just turns and twists, trying to hold on to the ball. Road will be very good at wearing down the clock. Ball inside, but this time it's dispossessed, and Johnny Maloney just pushes Niall Darby out of his way. He was lucky to get away with that one. Gives it outside towards Parabilliard. Doesn't pick it first time. Has it on the second attempt. Man in his middle is Michael Brazel. Dooley's one-on-one inside if Brazel can deliver them. Gives it outside towards Aaron Levy. Here come the Tullamore man. Switches the play out. Can they get a score of the second half? Oh, very poor play by Oisin Keenan Martin. And the ball has been touched on the ground, and that'll be a free in for Tullamore. But Tullamore probably should have given that ball into Dooley when he was one-on-one, but to have this free in, and who's going to take it? It could be Johnny Maloney. Can they get their first score of the second half? We've nearly played 25 minutes of the second half, and Tullamore haven't scored yet in this second half. And a chance here now for Johnny Maloney. Just about 30 metres out. Very important free. If it's to lift any morale or any spirits in the Tullamore team, this ball will have to go over the bar. So he's all of 30 metres out. Kicking into this breeze here as we look at kicking into the Bryan Park end in Tullamore, as Johnny Maloney a chance to put 5 points between them. They trail by 6, 1-8 to 5. Up comes Maloney. Long kick by Maloney. It looks good, and it's high, and it's over the bar, and that's the first score of the second half. And John Reynolds is taking Tullamore all of 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's their first score. It's their second shot in the second half, so it's no surprise that they haven't scored a whole lot. They're just lost of ideas here at the moment. Road and completely in charge.
So Tullamore looking for something to happen as Ken Gary goes long this time. 1-8 to 6 points. 5 minutes left of normal time plus whatever additional time. Probably roughly 4 or 5 minutes as Niall Darby picks up that ball for Road. Gives it back towards Gareth McNamee. Switches the play towards Paul McPadden. He's been very lively since he's come on the game. Gives it towards Stephen Hannon. Hannon goes away. He's Parabilliard. Still Stephen Hannon. Down that far side of the pitch. Turns and twists. Gives it back inside towards Gareth McNamee. He switches to play this side towards Alan McNamee. Gathers it at the second time. 2 Tullamore men come to him. Ball tapped outside towards Conor McNamee. Towards McPadden. McPadden turns and twists. 2 Tullamore men have pushed him back out towards Rory McNamee. Roder just keeping possession here and winding down the clock. This is Owen Rigney. Rigney has it. And Tullamore are forced to come after Road, and that's very draining when you're trying to get back possession. Aaron Keelan gives it back towards Rigney. Road building again here. Here comes Jake Kavanagh. Gives it outside. 2 Tullamore men come to it. Owen Rigney lucky enough, and Tullamore have taken over the ball and have won that free. So 5 points between them. 4 minutes left in this second half as Peter Fox goes to take this free for Tullamore. Looking for options. Paul McCombah has to go back towards Declan Hogan. Tullamore need to push forward if they're to get anything out of this game. And here comes Declan Hogan. Switches the play back towards Paul McCombah. McCombah is looking for options. One of them is Kieran Egan if he can see him. Was going to give it to him. Doesn't. Gives it back towards Peter Fox. Declan Hogan on the ball again, and Road are very happy to let Declan Hogan with this ball in his own half-back line. Mickey Brazel is going to pull the trigger and leave it inside as we see that extra man back for Road, so that's why Tullamore probably can't go along. They're trying to play the ball along the channels and the lines to set up a score. Here they come now this time. Oisin Keenan Martin, long ball inside. Oh, but it's Nigel Bracken fails to hold it, and Roll will clear the lines with Stephen Hannon. Good play by the Roadmen. They lead 1-8 to 6 points. Just 3 minutes left of normal time, and it looks like Road are going to get title number 30 on the board here today as McPadden switches the play outside towards Rory McNamee. He's come into it in the second half. He's looking for the run of Niall McNamee, the far side of the pitch. He's been picked up there by the Tullamore man, but Road are happy to go back with possession towards Niall Darby. Slips it towards Garrett McNamee, Alan McNamee here, and he'll just a lovely low ball kick the far side of the pitch. And again, Tullamore have come back defending that leaves Road with all the men around the middle of the field to just hold on to possession. They're just wearing down this clock. 2 minutes left of normal time. They lead 1-8 to 6 points. As this ball will be trying to switch this side of the field. Corner back for Road on the ball. This time it's the full back, who is Jake Kavanagh. Jakey's brother out in the middle of the field is Devon. Lovely ball in here to Dylan Kavanagh. Kavanagh on the break for Road. 1-on-1 inside. The man that's looking for it is McPadden. Gives it back towards Conor McNamee. He's a Road man on his own out this side, and Niall Darby. Chance for Niall Darby to break this ball through. Straight ball in towards Alan McNamee, or Niall McNamee I should say, being tackled there by McComber. Releases that ball inside, but he's touched the ball in the ground. McPadden had that ball gone over the bar, but it'll be a free out for Tullamore. And at this stage, John, it looks very good for the men from Road.
Yeah, Road are just running the clock down here. Tullamore have Shane Dooley in the full forward line. The ball has been kicked into him since he come on at half time. Look, there's nobody inside Tullamore's 45 and they need a goal at this stage, so I don't know where they're going to go with that tactic.
So a double substitution for the men from Garrett McNamee's making way, and it'll be interesting to see who's coming on. Also making way is Brian Darby, I think, or is he going across? Garrett McNamee is definitely gone, and also I think is Rory McNamee. So Rory McNamee and Garrett McNamee, but the 2 men is on as Pádraig Sullivan is on. So Keith Murphy and both Pádraig Sullivan on the Road team for Rory McNamee and Garrett McNamee. I have to say Garrett McNamee had a fine game for the Road men as Tullamore take that free in their own half back line. Paul McConway trying to build it from the back again, but Tullamore, as we said, just can't get by this half back line of Road as they up to come on the attack. Out towards the far side of the field is Paul McConway. Long ball by Paul McConway in towards Shane Dooley. This time Dooley's out from goal. He'll have to swing this ball across. Dangerous ball across that. Who's going to win it? Johnny Maloney has it. Can Tullamore get some out of this? He's trying to turn it back on his favourite left. Slips it out to Egan. Egan shot across the goal. A chance for Tullamore, but it's cleared away by the Road men. And who's back there? Only Alan McNamee to relieve the danger. That was a half chance for the Tullamore men, but Road will reveal the danger. They lead 1-8 to 6 points. About 13 seconds left of normal time. Probably additional time will be 4 or 5 minutes. We'll hear that now in a minute from the PA system in here in Tullamore as the play switched this side of the field towards Paul McPadden, or James I should say. James going forward. The man on his outside is Niall Darby. Darby has put up some mileage there towards young Aaron Keelan. Keelan goes through, going to put it on his favourite right. Kick by Aaron Keelan. Can it go over? It can indeed. What a score there by young Aaron Keelan. And that's 1-1 for him, John Reynolds. And that's a great score.
Lovely score. Just threw it up there and the wind carried it over. Tullamore unlucky with a goal opportunity to far in just beforehand. The game kind of needed it, and Alan McNamee going off now and they're giving him a standing ovation. We've seen that before. And
Alan McNamee gives the fist pump to the crowd, and what a fantastic performance he's put in. And there's some after balls or after stuff going on here now in the middle of the field again, more pushing and shoving, and again the referee will have to go over and deal with that. But Alan McNamee getting a standing ovation from that crowd. It's over the far side of the pitch. We're not sure who has come on the pitch for the Roadmen. I think it's number 21, who is Darren Gary. Yeah, Darren Gary is on the Road team, and it'll be interesting to see will there be anything of the outcome of the pushing and shoving this time. Don't think it is though, as this ball, the referee is going to have a word with someone, and we're going to have a word. I think it could be one of the McPaddens, and I think it is the man who come on, Paul McPadden. It'll be interesting to see what colour card. It's a yellow card for Paul McPadden. At one Maher the Roadmen, 61 and a half minutes gone. They lead 1-9 to 6 points at about 5 minutes additional time. or the kick out from Tullamore. So 5 additional minutes, so 3.5 minutes for Road to hold on here as Stephen Hannon gets that ball for the Roadmen. They'll just try and wear down this clock. As we said, just 3 minutes left now. That's including everything, as Niall Darby gives this ball out towards Brian, his brother, switches to play the far side of the field towards Sullivan. Sullivan has it. Pádraig Dahiz gives the ball outside towards the corner back, who is James McPadden, gives it to his brother Paul. And Road just trying to keep this ball back in there. Centre half back, who is Owen Rigney. They're playing a little bit deep, and now they have space this side of the pitch to change the direction of the ball. Lovely ball outside towards Niall Darby. Jerry Ward is on the Tullamore team instead of Luke Plunkett. Aaron Keelan doesn't gather that ball. He's beaten there by Para Billiard for Tullamore. So just about 2.5 minutes left in the game, and Para Billiard is not too happy with Aaron Keelan, but he'll take that free, and away comes the Tullamore man. Jerry Ward gives it outside towards Nigel Bracken, just slips it ball. Lucky enough, Kevin O'Brien thought may have handled that ball in the ground, but gives it outside towards Paul McConway. McConway going up that field, has Shane Dooley inside, sees Dooley making that run inside. Good work by Dooley, he's looking for options. Still Shane Dooley, turns and twists, long ball in there, but it slips straight into the hands of the Roadmen, who are back defending the numbers. So just 2 minutes left in the game. 1-9 to 6 points, Road lead. They're heading to county title number 30 after Forban claiming the title last year. One Tullamore man gone down there again, and the man that was beside him was Paul McPadden. So be interested to see, has that linesman copped on that side of the pitch, as here come the Roadmen. Conor McNamee gives it inside, and away come the Roadmen. Lovely ball by Niall McNamee straight into the hands of Brian Darby. Brian Darby going through, tackled there by Declan Hogan, gives it outside towards Conor McNamee. Can Aaron Keelan get another score? He's going to have a pot at goal, but this time it's gone to the left hand side, and it's gone wide, number 13 for the men from Road. And at this stage, John, is just winding down the clock for the men from Road, and they're going on to title number 30.
They certainly are, and they're not going to be giving away any soft goals like they did this time last year. So they're all well back and well covered in the full back line here at the moment.
So we've just about 1 minute and 10 seconds left as Tullamore tried to break. They have only scored 1 point in the second half, and that came after 25 minutes from a free from Johnny Maloney. So that can tell you the dominance of Road in the second half, as here comes Tullamore again, back towards Paul McConway switches to play the far side of the pitch, out towards the far side, who is the cornerback, who is Kieran Burns. Burns has it, 2 or 3 Roadmen come to it, and Tullamore trying to get a goal to try and salvage something out of this game. Ball back, McConwell will have to land this ball in. He does, he goes long, dangerous ball in. Who's going to win it? Dooley taps it down, being tackled by 2 Roadmen. Still Dooley hands that ball inside towards Peter Fox. Shot by Peter Fox, is dipping, but it's dipped over the bar, and that's probably a consolation score from the men from Tullamore. Peter Fox has got his first score of the afternoon, so it's 1-9 for Road, 7 points for Tullamore, as we've just 20 seconds left of normal time. And John Reynolds, and what we've seen in the second half, Road look to be deserving winners. Absolutely,
yeah. Look, Road's experience has shone out here in the second half today. Tullamore, great performance, great heart, great effort, but look, the heavy ground has really took it over in the second half, and Road are completely in control of the second half.
So Road's ball carriers in this first half in particular to just keep curtailed Tullamore to a 2 points lead probably has been the difference of this team, as we're just wearing down the last few chances. As here come Tullamore, Johnny Maloney's a chance for a goal inside to Aaron Levy, shot and a goal from Tullamore, a goal by Aaron Levy into the back of the net. That's a fantastic goal there by the Tullamore men into the back of the net, and there's just 2 between them, John. I don't think they'll have time though for one more chance.
I don't think they will have enough time for one more chance, but it'll be interesting to see here. The time is up here, if the ref was going to blow it or not. Good finish from Aaron Levy there when he got through, the keeper put it away nicely.
So that was pressure applied from Tullamore. They've got half a lifeline. Have they time left on their side? I don't think they will. Ball out to the middle of the field. The referee is playing on, so Tullamore might have one last chance. Could this be the greatest robbery of all time? Well, I wouldn't say robbery, but comeback of all times, as Declan Hogan needs to get that ball forward, needs to get a ball quick. The referee looks at his watch again. He's gone nearly 6 minutes gone. There was 5 to be played. Here comes the Tullamore man. Rolled back, defending the numbers. Did they take off Alan McNamee too soon? It's hard to tell. Here comes Michael Brazel. Ball outside towards the wing forward is Nigel Bracken. Tullamore have one last throw of the dice. Here come the Tullamore men. They've gone inside the 45 metre line. Can the referee we're gone 66 minutes and 20 seconds. Free for Tullamore. 55 metres out. John Reynolds, it's stalemate here. Tullamore going to lob this ball in.
Yeah, I have to took off Alan McNamee too early, and Tullamore are going to get one last chance here.
Mickey Brazil, long ball in, dangerous ball into the edge of the square, up the goal, ball is tapped down, who's going to win it? It's in the square, the roadmen have it, and it should be a free out. I'm saying I think it'll have to be a free out because the roadman was pushed into the back of the net. The ball and the roadman has ended up in the back of the net, but I'm sure this will be a free out for the roadmen. But definitely, we've played nearly 7 minutes over. It's a push in the back, it's a free out for the roadmen, no doubt about that decision, and that's the last throw of the dice for the Tullamore men. The roadman actually collided off the post, but he was pushed blatant. But if that ball had to go into the net, that would have been some turnaround of events.
Well, it could have landed anywhere. Like, it was a good ball in for Michael Brazil, but definitely the roadman was shoved into net. It was actually dangerous there. He hit off the post, I think.
So 67 and a half minutes gone in the second half. The referee has one more look at the watch. He'll surely blow the full-time whistle here now. He's playing on. Ball out, but there'll be a free for Tullamore on their own half back line. Have they one last chance? The referee looks at the watch again. I think it's all over. It is indeed, and the referee, Mario Stone, says call halts here, and it's Road who have regained back the Dowling Cup. They have defeated Tullamore on a scoreline of 1-9 to 1-7. They were by far the better team in the second half, but by God did they leave it very, very tight at the end with that last chance. But that ball was definitely a chance of a goal for Tullamore. But Road probably maybe had subs too early. They took off Alan McNamee, who was back as the sweeper, and they could have had the price for it, John.
Yeah, look, it worked out in the end. They got over the line, but like, you took off Alan McNamee. He was cheering up to the crowd, and by all accounts, including ourselves, we thought the game was over. But Tullamore got a good goal then, and like I said, that ball dropped in there in the last kick of the game. It could have landed anywhere, and look, they got off the hook in the end, but it would have been robbery in fairness.
Yeah, we have to say, in fairness, in the second half there was only one team. Road had outscored Tullamore by 1-6 to a pint coming into the last stages. Tullamore only got their first pint of the second half 25 minutes in, but they scored 1-2 in the last couple of minutes to pose in for a dramatic finish, and one wouldn't think it, as Road led by 6 pints. They took off Alan McNamee and they made a few substitutions, probably thinking they had the game won, but Tullamore threw everything at them at the end. But it's ended here in dramatic fashion, I have to say, in very, very tough conditions. One has to take the hat off to both teams, but it's Road who have regained the Dowling Cup here in Tullamore. They've defeated Tullamore on a scoreline of Road 1-9, Tullamore 1-7. We'll probably sum this up now in a minute.
Yeah, can I grab a photo of the two of you?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Scramble at the end. I was full sure the ball was going in.
Sport, isn't it? Yeah, like that was the second half. I was kind of like, oh, this is over.
I didn't think we could play particularly well in the second half. I thought there were a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of messing around.
I suppose, like, with the heavy pitch and that, players can get tired and things like that.
Still, I think some of the lads are getting, they're hot-headed out there.
Would you know any of them guys from Tullamore or Zoe, or
I don't know.
would you be in school or anything like that? No?
I didn't see. There were pretty few fellas I would have expected out there. That didn't hear uncertain, and it would have been my year. I know Dooley fairly well just from interviews over in the years. No Sullivan up from Road. No too many more. I've got now. Wasn't bad in the games now, I must say. They salvaged that second half.
Yeah, he did a man exciting.